Alrighty, everyone, welcome back. Happy Friday. Hopefully, when everyone is doing well, getting ready for the weekend, whole 9 yards. We're gonna check out Bladesong today. This is a pretty interesting game. I saw. I really haven't done anything with it besides just making sure that it works with the streaming software. Completely different than what we do. We usually do roguelikes or creature collectors or stuff like that. I don't think this is a roguelike, and it sure as hell isn't a creature collector. Let's give it a shot. In cloying darkness, we writhe, cling to life by the tips of our fingers. Something takes shape in the emptiness, contours of flesh tracing along familiar lines, a withered old woman's face floating before our own. Yeah, what's going on, Microwave? Welcome on in, man. When she speaks, she has the rasping voice of a raven. Who are you? A swordsmith? A survivor? A saint? Oh, we get to pick. Alright. We'll go Dying Man. Go with this. Alright. Okay, wrong is not yet your time. The sundering claimed untold lives you endured when so many around you perished. What did we do to survive? Mercenary, leader, wanderer, or slave? Oh, this gives us, I guess, starting stats. Okay, they all give different ones. And they all give unique dialogue options. Let's try Wanderer, see what knowledge gets us. I don't have strong opinions about any of this, and I don't know how any of the stats work. I don't know. Knowledge is power, right? A cold hand touches your brow. Water cools your burning throat. You kept something through all your hardships. A keepsake from a better time? What is it? Artisan's Toolkit gives us a creative play style. Grants a bundle of leathers and pigments for more creative freedom early on. Family Heirloom for story-focused playstyle. Grants a unique family heirloom passed down through prior generations of our lineage. A bottle of rare old world spirit for an optimization-focused playstyle. Grants a bottle of precious liquor to boost our progress. I don't think I know the game well enough to like really go into optimization-focused playstyle. So let's go creative. Let's see what that's like. The fire is burning itself out, leaving you a damp shadow of your old self. You claw blindly in the darkness till more water is dropped on our throat. What do we believe in now the voices have abandoned this world? Ambition? Okay, so none of these give bonuses. So ambition, continuity, freedom, compassion, or nothing. Nothing really matters to me. Let's go with nothing, just for fun. Ah, you see things more clearly than most. That will help you play your role in things, but even so, your every breath defies the void you claim to embrace, does it not? I'll leave you with one final question, and I don't expect an answer. What will fill the silence the voices left behind? As the old woman's face retreats into the inky blackness, sparks flicker into life behind her, one by one. A field of stars burning with sickly pale light. When they were speaking... Wow. Yeah, that you just leave them. Just realize they're genuinely unhappy people and move on. Don't waste your time or emotional energy on them. Like seeds taking root, they twist and expand, their tendrils branching and burrowing through the darkness until they've strangled it with light. Now wake, Smith. You still have a part to play in humanity's final act. A new day has dawned. Okay. Oh, is this like, I guess it's text-based for a lot of it? Our eyes flutter as we regain consciousness. we're faintly surprised to find ourselves alive. Either death did not come for us, or when it did, it found us unyielding. Awaken. We sit up gasping, sweat-drenched, and our fever is broken. Get our bearings or remember. Let's look around. We're in a tent. There's no sign of our caretaker apart from a half-empty water pail and a damp cloth on our brow. We peek out the tent flap, squinting against the sunlight. Outside, as far as our eye can see, stretches a chaotic sprawl of tents and shelters, churned mud and shallow graves. Most of our rations are gone. Our horse was already dying when the fever took us. Its body nowhere to be seen. By now, it's likely soup. But we're on our own. Okay, now we have to remember. A lifetime on the road, selling our wares, sleeping under trees, learning the secrets of the world. Every year it got harder. Landmarks vanished, bridges collapsed, outposts fell to ruin. At last, we were forced to seek sanctuary. It was a long journey to Aaron Keep. Through dust and despair, our last memories are of sliding from our dying horse, our numb legs tracking furrows in the mud as someone dragged you to shelter. But whom? Outside the tent is a crude field forge, complete with an anvil. Do we crawl here on a daze? Or did our mysterious caretaker bring you here? Either way, the anvil gives you a feeling of home. Assess the forge's condition. Seems to have been abandoned for some time, lacking anyone with the skill to work it. But it won't require much effort to get it running again, should we need to make a living out here. Hopefully, it won't come to that. First, we should head to the gates and try to secure entry to Aaron Keep. That's why you came here, after all. Alright, thank you for playing the demo. This short tutorial will teach us all we need to know. Follow it closely. Welcome to the Camp Swordsmith. People will come to us with commissions. We choose which commissions to take on. Commissions refresh daily. Select the highlighted button to choose our first commission. Be this guy down here then. Owen. When we accept a commission, we prepare a billet for our sword. Preparing costs action points, which are up here, so we have 3 of them. Action points replenish daily. Preparing also costs steel. Maybe it's for all of them or this particular one. Looks like we have 22. And then we get 50 experience and 40. I'm guessing that's just basic currency. Accept. Forge. Alright. So we actually get put into an anvil. So we can move like this. To rotate the camera, hold there, and move the mouse. It's not letting me. Let's do this. It's just. Hold right mouse. Okay, for some reason it got locked. We can use the tutorial flag to see that we could use a tutorial flag. Cool. Customers have different requirements which your sword must fulfill. The top left panel shows our progress towards commission requirements. Hover the cursor over the blade length requirements to see helpful details. So it needs to be between 38 and 58. It's only at 10 now. Let's start the shaping. Click on the plus to add the change length ability. Lots of different abilities here, and I'm guessing we'll get even more over time. Change length. You can apply light or heavy hammer hits to alter our blade. Let's start with light hits. Click on the steel to hammer it and lengthen it. Well, let's zoom in. Oh. Doesn't seem to matter all that much where we hit it right now. In In order to make larger changes on your blade, you can build up strength with heavy hits. Click when the hammer is at its highest position for a heavy hit. The longer your chain of heavy hits, the more your... Okay. So there is a timing aspect. And, like, there's a little audio cue as well, which is really nice. Now that the blade length requirement is met, we're at 45, which is directly between them. Let's flatten the blade. So we change the thickness. So we got to be down with the thickness. Feel free to use light or heavy hits as we please. Hold shift for even light. Okay, so there's even more fine tuning. So blade length. I don't see a thickness in here. Let's try this. Does this change the length at all? Doesn't seem like. I didn't see any visual indicators anywhere for thickness. Let's make the blade wider using the change width ability. So I don't want to rotate. Hammer a point on the sword. Usually customers won't accept it with a point. So is that another ability? Yes. So point. Cool. So I'm guessing it has to be here. Okay. Yeah, the audio cue is really nice, so I know whether or not I got the heavy hit. The cross-section ability makes your blade sharp. Let's add it. Okay. This guy here. This ability has 2 steps. First, you need to give the blade a sharp edge. Watch the cross-section display in the top right to get better understanding about what's changing. Okay, I'm just like moving it along to see what it would be like. Hammer until the blue line on the blade. So the blue line is right here at the very bottom for now. Okay, so now it's orange. So if we do... Yeah, you can kind of see it there. That's kind of cool. We go all the way down like this. That's pretty wild. The edge is now sharp and you can further adjust the shape of the cross section. Keep hammering until the hexagon shape becomes a diamond. Is there a way, like, do I have to hit it at a certain point? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. So now the cross section is directly down the center. Blade is complete. Click the hilt mode and work on the hilt. That makes sense. So I'm guessing we need to go down here. In hilt mode, we have access to a library of sword parts to complete our sword. Select a guard and then attach to a slot on our sword. Alright, so there's no like slots that immediately show up, which is kind of cool. Oops. So we have 2 guards. They're both made of steel, square cross, and they cost different gold. Does it lock? Okay, so it locks into place. There it is. So there's that one. What if we choose the other one? Yeah, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Put it there. Yeah, this is what I want. In the hilt mode, attaching parts costs resources, so these are here. Okay. Add a grip part in next. Plain poplar, those are all plain poplar wood? Yes. I don't see a resource on it. Maybe we'll get some overall. Cool. Yeah, let's just add that for now. Your customer wants a two-handed sword. So your grip section needs to be long enough to attach a second grip. So, just that. So real quick, it actually looks like a sword. Not a good one, not a fancy one. When holding a sword part, you can cycle through them with QE, or the scroll wheel. So if we have a pommel, which will go there. Right, wouldn't it go there? Okay, it won't let us, okay. So we had to cycle through before it would start snapping. Got it. Every part in our sword influences its physics. Watch the weight and balance meters shift as we adjust. So we can see them here. So this adds more stiffness and takes away some mobility. This gives us some mobility back, but still one less. This really drops our mobility. Go with this one. This one seems to be the most well balanced. You can detach sword parts again by clicking on them. You'll get your resources back, so feel free to experiment. When we're happy, well, let's do this first. Oh, that automatically moves the pommel up. Interesting. Does it move? Interesting. All right, that's kind of cool. So it's like smart snapping. Let's make some final adjustments to the blade. So we go back to blade mode. The ability history shows all abilities that have been used. You can use this to revisit abilities and edit or delete them. The number next to an applied ability shows its intensity. So 63%, 100%, and that's 61, it looks like. Press X to flip the direction we're hammering. Okay. We just need to narrow the blade. Okay. This commission is fulfilled. It's time to sell the sword. Click the button above. Offer to own. He takes the sword and jabs at his shadow experimentally. A slow grin crosses his face. This should do the trick. Thank you, Smith. Here's your payment. Oh, so you could choose to decline it? I don't know why you would want to, but maybe there will be reasons later on. Oh, this is a cool screen. Even though it's like a nameless sword. Oh, I bet this could be really cool later on. Congratulations on finishing our first sword. Another customer awaits. So, Landon. Costs 1 action point. Customers with repair jobs will provide you with a sword that they want edited. These commissions don't have initial billet costs, so they're perfect for making some coin when you're low on resources. Alright. So it just cost me an action point. Gets me old tools. Only 15 here, but it gives me more experience in actually making the other sword. Word is already spreading around camp about the new smith. Your next customer is a wary-looking man with a bald hide. His hollow eyes. I heard you come down with the wasting fever. Lucky to be alive. We are. Anyway, can you modify this sword for me? We scavenged it from the ruins, but it hasn't got enough of a point to it. I want something to stab into a thief's belly if I need to. Hands us a sword with a sharp edge but rounded tip. As we hold it up to the light, he leans forward. I've only had this blade 3 days and I felt people's jealous eyes upon it. If they come for it in the night, I want to be able to give them a short, sharp stab. Alright. Let's get to it. So first and foremost, I just want to see... Alright, I mean, looks pretty basic, but... I don't know anything about swords, so there it is. The customer wants his sword altered. The rounded point needs to be turned into a narrow point. Revisit the point ability to reforge it. So we go into... Oh, so it already comes with all of these done. You can change the range of many abilities. The range influenced by your ability is marked with a line. Drag the circular handle at the end of this line to apply or change. So we want to go down here. Let's zoom in. How far can we go? Oops. I accidentally just uncovered... Oops. How do I get rid of this? Alright, I just hit that again. I accidentally found that hotkey. Like, seriously, how far down? Just out of curiosity. It can go all the way down. Okay. Let's go back up here. One hammer this time. Does it need more? It's 70% narrow. Okay, so we needed more of a point to it. We fulfilled all the requirements. The commission is complete. We can sell the sword. Man takes the sword to test the point, smiling at the bead of blood that wells at his fingertip. Then he stows it away, glancing around. He does. He scurries away, his back hunched. Non-existent. Okay. And we get 15. We get old tools. Okay, we can click to speed through that if we want to. I'd like a way to just speed it up without skipping it. We'll see. We just received a scrap item. Go to our inventory. Inspect what we received. Salvaging turns scrap items into useful resources. This costs a small amount of action points, so it's perfect. Use leftover points at the end of the day. Hover over items to see their descriptions. Interact with an item to salvage it. So we have 6 steel, 1 wood, 10 leather. One of those. Old tools. So we can't salvage anything else. Interact with the elf, so just... When your action points are spent, we also got 16 steel. It's time to end the day. If we end the day with any action points, they will be lost, so try to use them up. Okay. End the day. Okay, previous balance, day's profit, 55. Daily upkeep, so we have 35 thalons, I think they were called. Oh, we can explore. So we can only start here. So is it like a text-based adventure and crafting game then? Passage into Aaron Keep is barred by a colossal gate taller than a ship's mast. It was built to withstand enemy armies, but since the masked king's ascension, it mainly keeps out the desperate masses seeking his protection. Approach the gate or examine the magical barrier. Knowledge is 60%. So this must be where some of the starting bonuses would help. So what if I just try this? It's only visible in the half light of dawn or when it pours with rain. A faint shimmer that rises the walls and captures Aaron Keep in a vast dome. Knowledge success. For a city to have survived this long past the sundering, it must have extraordinary defenses. We've heard that some surviving outposts have guardian dragons or shrouds of impenetrable fog, but none have as perfect a protection as Aaron Keep. It is as though the songs never ended. Attackers, human or otherwise, are simply unable to breach the dome. Poisonous miasmas dissipate harmlessly against it. Plagues are kept at bay. Within this sanctuary, crops grow without withering, water runs clean, and people can sleep without fear. If such miracles can exist in a world without the voices, surely there's hope for a future. We are now inspired. Alright, looks like it lasts a day. Don't know what it does yet. I also have a diplomacy from somewhere. What was it? Approach the gate. As we approach the gate, the portcullis rises to admit a caravan, and chaos breaks out. The crowd swells like a rising tide. Refugees... Sound effects with it. Neat. Refugees push forward, begging for entry, and the guards batter them back with their shields. The merchant wagons barrel through, their drivers using horse whips to lash stragglers out of the way. Call for the attention of the guard or break through with the wagons. Let's try a little bit of diplomacy first, and hopefully we don't get, like, beat for doing it. What do we want? He gazes us down like a fisherman disappointed with his... Oh, that's just mean. Want to enter the keep? We could try to bribe him if we have coin. No, I don't. Nope. Alright, that didn't work. Applicant. That's the euphemism the guards use to refer to the desperate hordes camping at their gate. Has a nicer ring, you suppose, than refugee. I've traveled a long way, barely survived the journey, need to get through. I have useful skills. I'm a blacksmith, or head back. Let's see if we can market our skill. If we're a smith, prove it. Okay. Guys from World 2 doesn't mean... Alright, I mean, he makes a good point. Doesn't mean he's a smith. Buzz off, little fly. Alright, well, that was a failure on the day. We return to our Trent where our makeshift forge awaits. Hardly at our best, working with such limited materials, but it's all we have for the time being. Won't be long before our cache of steel runs out. Since it seems we're going to be here longer than expected, you should make it a priority to find a merchant in this forsaken place. Alright. Nicely done. We finished the tutorial. From today on, we'll have more action points to spend. We won't be able to complete every commission, so pick the ones you like the sound of. The game will open up from here. Don't be afraid to explore. Here are a few resources to get us started. We got experience, still level 1. We need 400. We got one. Actually, we can just look at our inventory. We're up to 62 steel, 31 wood, and some leather. So I know this is for oh boy. Okay. Commissions, inventory. Alright, so it's like there's a passive tree too, kind of, or a skill tree, I guess, is more to the point. That's kind of neat. Let's look over the commissions for the day. So that requires 5 action points, 7. This only requires 1. Since it only requires 1, I'm going to guess that one is a repair. Well, let's look at it. Oliver. Been too focused on surviving. Could we fix it? Okay, so if we run out of steel, we can do that, or if we need to use up a point at the end of the day, and we don't have anything to salvage. There's dialogue for these two? That's... Okay, that's cool. Okay, so let's see. Nice setup we've got here. So this is... I'm going to call him Isaac. Wyzak. No, yeah. What can I do for you? It could be better. Here to commission. Let's be polite, I think. I feel like this comes off a little passive-aggressive. There's a gang that comes around my tent every night. Regulars clockwork. They kick and beat us. Take our rations, push our faces in the mud. I think there'd be some solidarity out here, but, well, there ain't. Okay, I mean, managed to hide the last of my coin from them so far, but who knows for how long. Best to spend that coin on a good sword, I reckon, so I can protect what's mine. Okay, so he just needs a sword. That costs us 5 and 9 steel. We get 4 steel back. We also have to remember that we're going to be using resources when we make the sword itself. We have 62 steel, so it costs 9 just to set up the billet, and then whatever we spend it on the sword. I don't have a good grasp of how much steel it costs per sword yet. We're bent over our anvil, repairing one of our hammers when a sudden voice at your shoulder makes us jump. Hello, Smith. The man moves as quietly as a cat. He's small, wiry, with a balding head and eyes almost lost within deep black circles. He looks like he hasn't slept in weeks. Startled me. Keep a better look at. All right. Name's Stacker. I try to watch over the camp at night, block the perimeter, check on folk, ward off thieves. That explains why he's not sleeping. 3 nights ago, I caught some fellas trying to break into old Marta's tent. She's got nothing but a few scraps of food and some blankets, but they were going to take it anyway. Called out to them and told them to move along. They just laughed at me. What was I going to do? Fight all 3 of them with my wooden club? He needs a sword. Let's just see what type of blade he needs. Let's try not to get, like, too emotional. Like, we choose nothing matters in, like, what matters in life. All of these seem like taking an interest, so let's just get to business. Nothing fancy, just something that'll make the thieves think twice about whether they really want to push their luck. So 5 and 13. Okay. So do I... Okay, so after we do this... See this? I didn't notice this at first. The requirements are here. We only have 1 of those, I believe. Is it up here? Wood. Go to inventory. Yeah, we only have 1 Smith's Companion, so we're not going to be able to do this, right? We could probably do all of this except for the Smith's Companion. 2. Pigment black. I don't think we have any pigments. Let's look at this one. Pigment. Yeah, we don't have... Right? We have 1 black pig, or 1 saffron and 1 crimson. I mean, I guess we could try this. I don't know what happens if we come up a little bit short. Guess there's only one way to find out, but let's look at the other ones. Excuse me. A young man paces restlessly at our anvil, his eyes fixed on the horizon. He wears a pack on his back. Choose a long stalk of grass. Can't stay here any longer. Wasting away begging for scraps. Watching people turn into animals. This ain't living. Out there is where the real opportunities are. Old ruins, abandoned settlements, treasures from before the collapse. The crows, they eat well. Crows. Surviving out there is even harder than surviving here. No, what do you need of me? Something sharp to deal with whatever I might have out there. Raiders, wild beasts, or worse. Sharpness, mobility, pigment, crimson. Again, we only have 1 crimson. Again, everything else, though, we're good. So that costs 7 of the 8. We'd be able to finish up with this one for the day. Let's look at this. Sharpness, stiffness, Smith's Companion, blade length. I'm not going to keep reading all the dialogue. I think it's making my cough worse. But clean up the refugee so this guy just wants to block, like, try to stop the guards. What do you need? Yep. Something sharp, reliable. Okay. Again, this guy would take everything and probably be somewhat... Like, we wouldn't be able to do this at the end of the day. This gets us 10 coin and 20 experience. Without using any resources, though, which is big. This gets us scrap to salvage, so we'd either have to salvage or help him. Gets us a little bit back. This gets us squaring the circle. So I'm guessing the books are kind of like knowledge. I don't know if they're consumable or just something we accumulate. 12 leather. We get some steel back. Empty tankard. Wood. Sharpness, mobility, one-handed regular point, blade length, between 40 and 60. Let's try this and just see what happens if we don't have enough pigment. Although the other guy, this guy had a book. And a mystery reward. I wonder if you only get the mystery reward for this. I gotta try this. I want to see what this is like. Alright. I'm really hoping there's never a time element to any of the crafting. I think let's start with the blade length. Change length. All right, I think in terms of efficiency, getting the chains of heavy strikes down is going to be really important. We got there for now. The stiffness is good, but that's going to change as we put stuff on it. He wants it to be sharp. Do we even have to flatten it? I mean, probably, right? Cross-section is for sharpness. Weight balance. No requirement, no requirement. So what if we don't worry about the thickness for now? Because there's nothing else we needed. Broad point. So we don't want to change that. We don't want to sharpen the point. One-handed, just a short hilt. Let's just do cross-section. Zoom out a little bit. There's the line we have. Okay. I mean, we're gonna have to flatten it, I think. Yeah, like, it can't be like that. So it lost a lot of stiffness. I can't undo that, can I? I can go back like that. So it needs to be sharp. So let's add thickness just a bit. Let's leave that there for now, and then try changing the width. Still pretty thick. See if we can get into like that diamond shape again. Okay, we have 3 out of 3. So we had to make it thinner and wider. We're gonna have to put a point on it. But for now, we've done all of this. The blade length is still good. So let's add a point. All right, broad point. We got that. Everything else is still good. But now we're in one-handed, so let's go to hilt mode. 88 gold, 100. Oh, the G isn't gold. My guess is that's grams. We're not looking for guard. This uses 1 less steel. Just a basic grip. This only uses 6 wood. This uses 5. Let's use this. And then a pommel. How does this fill the 2 blacksmith's companion? I don't understand this part of it. So this is... This is the least amount. But that finishes it. It's nothing impressive, but it does everything you wanted. We learned a little bit about how to make like stiffness and sharp, so it's a thicker sword. I think we're all good. That's everything checked off. He holds the blade up, turning it this way and that. His stance speaks of old battles, muscle memory that never faded. Better than he... Well, I guess that's fair. He glances up at the wall at Aaron Keep, his eyes dark. Could be tonight, could be tomorrow, but he's right. All right, cool. I mean, good for you, buddy. Still a nameless sword, but we got some steel, we got some money, we got a book, and we got an alabaster pigment. That must have been the mystery gift. You have earned a skill point. Open the skill tree to spend it on improvements. That'd be this guy, because we're level 2 now. Excuse me. Sword part scale. Can I zoom in? No. Is there advanced swordsmithing? Asymmetrical blades. Kinda want to go in this. Feel like engraving could be something that ends up with a lot of monetary rewards, because like nobles would want it engraved. This looks like it unlocks different weapons we can do. Salvaging part bending. I'm going to go with advanced swordsmithing. Unlocks advanced cross-section control. Oh, so there's even... Okay. This allows us to scale sword parts. Makes sense. For asymmetrical blades. Let's go with more controls. Just learn it. Cool. We're out of action points on the day. So Smith's Companion, a major sword part book teaching the ways. So this has guards in it. Oh, customers may specifically ask for designs from this book. Okay, I see now. So it's not that we have to have more than one of them. It's that they have different designs. That's pretty cool. Okay. All right, I get it now. I think that's everything. Day 2, we're up to 99 for balance. Outer gate, the camp. Outer gate looms over the camp. Both threat and beacon refugees gather, pleading for entry. The in-cat passive guards look on. Approach the gate? Let's approach the gate. Wonder if it's the same guard. Also, this dude is just somebody who discovered the Americas, right? He's somebody really early. That's just a portrait of somebody early on who discovered the Americas, or from Europe, I guess I should say. This again. Yeah, and he's a dragon slayer. Well, that was a short day. Return to our tent. Alright. Did we get a scrap yesterday? No, we got the alabaster pigment. We're still... I wonder if we ever get more than 8 action points. And we're running a little bit low on steel. Let's see what we got. 18 steel. Let's see. Blade length, balance. Control it by altering the weight of the hilt and the blade. Mobility. Material, wood. Claw-like hand grasps for our attention. Didn't we see him yesterday? Didn't we see Oliver yesterday? Same with the... I wonder if they just reused the same names. Nothing about this place is right. Alright, so that'd be 5. We don't have any... We don't have any scraps. So having 1 left over at the end of the day would be nice. For that. This costs... Well, I guess we could do more than 1, actually. Blade length, impact. We don't have 2 pigments. No, we don't have any black pigments. For Janna's sword. Mobility. Material leather, I'm pretty sure we can do. We do have some leather. We'd get gold. A ruined helmet, which I imagine is salvageable. 6 leather back. 360 experience. Okay, so this is Jovan. Mobility, sharpness, Smith's Companion, we know we can do. We can do this one too. Get a ruined helmet. A horseshoe. Mobility, sharpness. This is doable. Regular point. Blade length. Yeah, this is doable. Oddly well fed. His face fat and pink and healthy. Got a spot of hunting to do later. You know how to... I bet he's from the city. Not my problem. Bryn is just rebalancing stuff out. with some sharpness. Pretty light blade. Not super long. Ruined helmet, horseshoe. Yeah, let's try this one. It's 18. I need to start keeping track of how much I'm doing, but let's see. Alright. Mobility's good, but that's going to change. Let's flatten it a little. Change length, I guess, before we change this thickness. So we want to get the length under control. So it does look like if we hit the same spot over and over. Especially with heavy blows. That would be an issue. So at 35, we need to keep going. Okay, it's definitely a timing thing. Okay. That should be good for now. That is the longest sword we have made yet. Holy cow. Let's change the width a little bit. Okay. We'll keep that there for now. It's still pretty thick. But just for now. And then we'll change the thickness. Okay. I think that's good-ish for now. I will say, this is pretty cool. I haven't done anything like a game like this before. It's pretty wild. Let's do this before we do a taper. Okay. So now let's go down here and taper the point. He wants just a regular point. Okay. There's the regular point. So we're good on mobility. We're good on sharpness. I think now we go into hilt mode. Sellsword is Smith's Companion? Yes. So is this. This uses one less steel. It's a two-handed sword. So we're... What is it? Oh, and it tells us what it is. Okay. Don't want an end cap yet. Let's do this. How much wood do I have? I have that much. This uses 14 of our 25 wood. Mobility is still okay. Mobility is still good. This uses less. And that fulfills everything, right? That is, yeah, that's the longest sword we've made. If we hover along too, it tells us. 1.32 kilograms, nearly 20, or point of balance. I'm sure all of those will be really important later on too. This is really cool. "75 centimeters. I think we're all set. We've met everything he wanted. When night falls, he shall start. Yep, I had a feeling. Again, outside of it being bigger, it's kind of what we've already done. But 2 ruined helmets. Okay. We got another level. I'm up another level. Engraving requires level 5. Okay, so do we have to unlock all of these then? Because this would be level 3, level 4, and level... I guess so. Let's try asymmetrical blades. So we still have 2 left. This gets us some money. This implies that somewhere there's a ruined head. I like it. I also like just getting a little bit of experience. Yeah, let's do this just to practice it. So blade length is good. Weight is too heavy. So how would we go about changing the weight? Because I can't remove these per se. Like, there, I can't. Let's see what happens if we just sharpen it. That's going to be cross-section. The asymmetry feature. Use the asymmetry feature to create single-edged blades and add decoration on one side of the sword. For most abilities, you can set which sides of the blade are influenced, left, right, or both. Click the asymmetry button to cycle through. I think we want both. But we can do this. He also wants a regular point. You know, let's start with the point. Okay. This, though. Let's get the cross-section hammered out. On both sides. That really reduced the weight. It's a fairly thick sword. If we change the thickness to make it wider, that should change the cross section, right? Also really drop the weight. That's all we had to do. All right. So in order to drop weight, dropping the thickness helps. That's everything. My enemies will lament your name. I'm going to skip the repairs. I like the pommel on that, though. All right, we have 1 point left. All right, that's just a menu. Okay. We should probably get more steel. Got 7 steel back, and we're out of points. We still need to find a merchant. But that's the end of the day. We're still stuck here, though, at the outer gate. Outer gate. I will add it back to our tent eventually, I'm sure. Is especially pronounced this evening. Once enter the keep. How do... I wonder if there's going to be a breaking point where he just gets tired of me. Like, probably, right? Alright, 8 points again. We still have things we can salvage, and we only have 32 steel. Which is something to keep in mind. This gives me steel, leather, a broken cartwheel, which I'd imagine would give us wood. Maybe steel, maybe leather, but wood especially. 2 silver, 6 steel, 2 gold. Also, I should see like what the requirements are here. Mobility, sharpness, pigment, saff. We only have 1 saffron pigment, right? Yeah. Smith's Companion, we know we can do. All right, we can do this one. That's not an issue. So, a soda, we can do. Luhos, we can't. Owen again. Material leather would probably be in the hilt. Length, mobility, sharp. We can do all of this. This costs 6 points. 15 steel, which would leave us 17. Let's salvage one of these. 7 steel. All right, that gives us a little more breathing room. I'm going to do this real quick as well. And then we'll go from there. We can either do this one or this one. This one would let us salvage one more thing, and it's less steel. Like the same thing, although it's longer this time. 61 centimeters. Okay. Blade length is good. Sharpness. So we could probably get the thickness down and a regular point. Let's change the thickness. Just a little bit, and then I'm going to change the cross section. Sharpness +3. Wonderful. And then point. It's just a regular point. All there is to it. $10. Okay. It's a little bit of currency. $39 should be fine for this, right? We get steel, gold, silver, bunch of experience. And we get to salvage something at the end. Yeah, I think in general this just pays off more. Less money. A little less experience, but more goodies, I think. Weight, speed, blade length. Yeah, let's just... Alright. So sword length between 36 and 56. Alright. Zoom out a little bit. Let's change the length. That does make it, like, that starts making a huge difference. Okay. So there's that. Let's change the thickness. That's pretty thin. Might be too thin, but let's see when we do the cross section. Has little mass near the point. A longer handle further improves the read. Okay. Let's add a point. That's one speed. Oops. Let's go into hilt mode for now. A little bit of wood. That helps to... Oops. That gets the speed there. The weight is a bit of an issue. We made it too thin. Unless, hold up. That does everything. It's 2 extra steel. What gets us there? Checks everything off. The pause lengthens until it becomes clear that she won't speak again. There we go. Not scared anymore? Alright. So we have 1 action point left. We're at 29. We have alabaster, saffron, that. We're running out of wood. That gives us 5 steel. Alright, let's see if we can finally get into the city. Here we go again. Especially pronounced. Alright, we gotta do something different, because there's... Yeah. Because I'm slowly gonna run out of steel. I could do 2 this day, but I'd probably run out of steel. 8? Gives us another book. Lots of experience in gold. Smith's we could do all of this. Thing is, like, she doesn't give us anything extra. Like, no extra steel. Or pigments. I'm still tempted to do it, though, because 12 is nearly the least amount among all of these. Sharpness, mobility. I think we could do this. All right. I can appreciate that. Yo, what's going on, Exco? All right, let's hammer this thing out. All right, we got the right length. At least for now. Let's flatten it a little bit. All right, you know what? Let's make it a little wider first. Okay. If that lowered the mobility, though, we might not want it to be that wide. Actually, let's do this. Let's just stay with that for now. And then just change the thickness a little bit. There's no way we get it souped down a lot. So actually... see if that helps at all. Oops. That's fairly thin. The length is still good. So let's change the cross section to sharpen it. Sharpness +3. We got that. The mobility is good, but we still have to finish it off. So we have to get a narrow point on it. There's the narrow point. Let's go to the hilt. This thing is one-handed, so it only needs one grip piece. I not have enough wood for any of these? Ooh. I don't know what happens if I don't have enough resources. I just want to see what happens. Hilt is not finished. I mean, we literally can't. So we couldn't finish it, so then what? Because it was May. What happens if we end the day and don't have it? Need to find a merchant who sells steel. Lost City, okay. It's not so much I need steel, I need wood for the grips. So I can come to grips with not having enough resources. Okay. All right. What do you say? I mean, yeah, can I just see your wares? New vendor is available from our forge scrap peddler. We'll head back to camp. Alright, so that was the first one we weren't able to do, but without getting more wood, I don't think we're going to be able to. Visit vendors to buy resources. Okay. I guess we only have one. So he just sells scrap for steel. But, like, I need something other than steel. Survey his wares. Alright. Got a depth? Thanks, Exco. Okay, he does have other... He has leather. Oh, our inventory, his inventory. Steel, leather, wood. Alright, we definitely want to buy some wood. It costs 2. We're gonna need a bit of it. Sword Ascent. Alright, so he also sells books. There's some cool stuff in here, actually. This is the most important. Hold shift to buy 10. We own 221. So this would buy 10. Alright. Heavy shackles. These are 5 apiece. Would this give me more than 10? This is 75, which is 15. There's no way we get 15. We only have 17 steel. We do need more steel. Let's go down to 21. That gives us 37. Alright. Let's see. Still have May? Yes. Alright, so we can still do May. Grip. Oval. Five wood. 4 wood. Still good and everything. Okay. There we go. So it can take multiple days to finish an order, a commission. All right. Applications. Volume 1. And we got a new level, so we can start doing sword part scale. So we still have... We have 8 action points today still. So it used up the action points from yesterday. Okay. I don't think we have anything to salvage. No, we have alabaster, saffron, crimson. Application of reason. Alright, let's look at these. Material leather. I don't think we have enough for that, especially for one-handed. Even though we'd get a decent amount of scrap and stuff out of it. Get 1 heavy shackles. We could definitely do this one. We would just have extra... action points at the end of the day. Mystery reward. This stuff does give us the most gold and a mystery reward. All right. We've already dealt with Stacker. All right, let's just change the length between 23 and 43. Okay. Actually, one of my better chains for that. Then let's go with thickness. Stick with that for now. Because, yeah, that's not super thick. And then when we do the cross section, which let's, oops. Cool. Let's do the point. He wants just a regular point. Oops. One-handed, so let's deal with that now. one, and then a connector. That must be new. Yeah, okay. So you can see where they come from. Four, it still checks everything off except for Smith's Companion, but when we put a pommel on it, that'll do it. Regular point, one-handed, 2 Smith's Companion, speed, and blade length. Okay. This is actually different dialogue. Alright. Unfortunately, now we have an awkward amount of points. Yeah. Nine steel from that. I have 98 coins. Let's do the repair job. Oh, geez. Let's start with the point, I guess. Where's the cross section? Still pretty thick, so let's hammer that out. Sharpness is set. That everything it needed? I think so. Alright, we have a little bit of money, so if we go here, we can visit him again. 75 seems like a lot for old tools. 100 makes sense. We have 10 leather. We have plenty of wood. It's the steel I'm a little worried about. I'll just buy 10 for now. See what happens if we have questions for him. All right. Unfortunately, that ends the day with 2 remaining points, but... Right, we have upkeep too. Stay in the forge. The camp. Try the outer gate again. Yo, Josh, you playing Bladesong? I'm really liking it, actually. This is just a demo, but it seems really cool. I'm a little concerned it's going to get a little samey, but that's about it. Okay, so there's nothing new there. Maybe we should try going to the camp. We definitely need to make some money today. I don't think we can do 2 material leathers yet. Impact sharpness. We don't have 3 saffrons either. Oops. Yeah. We might have enough steel for this, but it will be close. We don't have enough crimson for that. We can do this. Yeah, I just don't think we have enough. Like, I don't know what all of our leather components are. That's the biggest thing. I know the grip. No, the grip is wood. Like, this would be huge. Gives us 4 broken cartwheels, actually. So even though we only use 3... Actually, this could be okay. Three points, 4 of those, and then 1 there. Finishes up our 8 for the day. Start with the length. Okay. Then we start with the thick. Change the width just a bit, actually. Alright, leave that just for now. And then we'll go with the cross section. Okay, mobility, good, good. Two-handed, regular point. Let's add that in. Here's a regular point. So then we can go down to the hilt. It's two-handed. Let's start with a guard. Do that. What do I have that's leather? I should look at that while I'm here. These are all steel. Those are all steel. Grips are all wood. Steel, steel. Miscellaneous. I don't have anything that uses leather yet. I had these, but I'm not quite sure what these are. Oh, it's one of those. Okay. So we need 2 grips. This one I think only costs 4. That costs 6. This one costs 4. This doesn't look the best. That doesn't look bad. And then at the end, the pommel. This uses 1 less. Fulfills all the requirements. So... Alright, I mean, basic looking, but... does everything. Awesome. But now what that lets us do is we go into inventory. Yeah. We got a ton of wood from these. So these give us like 8 to 14? 6 to 14. Gives a little bit of money. Alright. Well, let's start with the point. What's a regular point? All that is. Sharpness. Probably start by... Let's just look at the cross-section. Just a little bit. Okay. So let's change the thickness. There it is. That's all we had to do. Do I need to rebalance the cross-section? I don't think so. Yeah. Alright. Nothing fancy, but gets us a little bit. We're out of that for the day. We made 62. What if we just go to the camp? We've been going to the city and not able to get in. Maybe there's stories in the camp. Scavenge for food. Let's introduce ourselves. A young woman who actually smiles as we approach. I wasn't exactly conscious. Fair enough. Oh, all right. Nope. Named Chev, short for Chevenna. Okay, so it's lots of story. Which is definitely something I would play off stream. I don't think it's something I'll stream too much, but this is actually quite a bit of fun, especially like as I figure out what I need to do to meet different requirements. All right. Both ignore it. Get into Aaron Keep. Find a fellow named Lucas Boriona. Least I can do is say yes. Hopefully I don't actually have to remember that exact name. All right. Okay, I'm not going to threaten them. Bennett Mo... Alright. This is give me a little bit of Disco Elysium vibes, in a way. He's a good boy, keeps the vultures away. Oh, what a good boy. Alright, I wonder if I'll be able to go back a little bit later. Alright, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. It's been close to 2 hours. This is pretty fun, though, especially for just a demo. I might pick up the full game and see like all the really cool swords I'm sure you can make. Thanks for sticking around today, guys. Might be back tomorrow. I'm working on some other stuff for YouTube as well. We will see, but super appreciate it. I'm going to be taking a small break from PokeRogue, at least streaming. I'll still be talking about it in the Discord. But I just need a little bit of break from streaming it for a little while. Hopefully I will see everyone tomorrow. If not, see everyone on Monday. Have a good one. Take care.